To the top right, we have our player for oGs-TL in the red color. The Terran was just able to defeat Choya in the last game. It is
oGs-TL pin!
on Tomb Valley, one of the worst maps for Zerg, which is one of the reasons why we now have a FXO player choosing it against Finn in the mirror matchup that's going to unfold. We have to the bottom right in the blue our Terran.
FXO Gumiho!
Gumiho for GG with a TBT record of 42% win ratio. Only 12 games though, but he lost to Virus in the GSL up and down matches, which was a huge upset also for Huck, who kind of depended on a winner from for GG. Yeah. And well, as it is, 2 Terran players advanced in the group. It was Virus and for GG.
We're going to have a really weird game here because both players have gone gas first at close positions by air. And I say close as close as it gets. Close positions by air means that if they scout early with SCVs, then both players are going to know it's gas first and be like, well, I intended to do this build, but he also went gas first, so he may potentially make a Viking early, and then if he does that, then it shuts down my build. And should I make a Viking early? Because, I mean, he might be going Cloak Banshees, what do I do? So that can happen. Sometimes both players go Banshees, or both players even go Cloak Banshees, and there becomes a lot of awkward tension where one player is trying to micro against the Banshee while microing his Banshee. It's just so difficult to do. You have to make a choice which one you really focus on, and these games can end up being crazy. Sometimes you have Blue Flame Hellion drops, all sorts of different builds can occur.
There's a lot of variety to choose from, and well, just to give you a bit of an idea of Gumiho's latest games against Terran, he has a decent ratio in TBT. He won with 2-0 against Happy in the NASL Team League, not Incredible Miracles Happy, but Empire Happy. He won against Cass as well, also in Team League. We have him with a few games against Korean, for example in the KSL he took down Rain. He won against Jagji at the IGN Pro League. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of games from Gumiho lately that he all won. Didn't lose a single mirror match.
Oh, he's going to get in and see the gas first, perhaps. Oh, he sees the gas first. Incredible. Even with the micro of Gumiho, he still manages to get inside. Sees no second gas, though, and that's going to tip him off. Okay, I don't need to make a faster Viking. Meanwhile, the SCV of Gumiho looks like he has been completely denied. Reactor has gone down, and no second gas.
Yeah, at this point we don't have second gas from neither one of these players. A very fast start put here with the add-on for Gumiho, though.
Indeed. This is looking to be a really, really good scenario for, you know, neither player is going to be stressed out here. They're going to be like, okay, it's okay. You went gas first, but I know that, so both players continue to scout, and it looks like a Banshee will be made for Gumiho. Viking first, though, for Finn. See, this just sometimes happens. Now, if you go Viking first, you are able to deny your opponent's Banshee, and then you're already ahead for the air control, so it's something that's safer to choose. But if you go for a Banshee instead, then you may be able to do damage to your opponent. So it's kind of a choice that you have to make. The safer choice, I think, has been made by Finn, as he will be able to easily deny Gumiho's Banshee now. Reactor Hellions are on the way for Finn, but Gumiho is making his reactor now. It looks like he's just going to take a command center with this. Finn will be taking one as well. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we have him here with the expansions, and this is definitely going to be pretty interesting, especially with the Banshee on its way. But we don't have any cloaks, so the Viking will be able to take it down, and a lot of Hellions already for Finn at this point in time. And there's just nothing in Gumiho's. If he loses the Banshee, this is going to be quite tough, because the problem that he's going to face
is sick! Look at this trap! Oh my god.
He doesn't leave anything against the Hellions except for the Banshee.
Yeah, and now the Hellions have been spotted. That command center is very likely going to have to be cancelled.
Yeah, you can't actually defend against this. He has nothing.
He doesn't even have a bunker. No Marines. The Marines are returning home right now, but they're being caught.
And here we go. They're always getting into the main base as well.
And with a good timing attack here, it's what he's known for. With 2 Vikings to 1, he takes out the Banshee, or at least he is slowly here.
This is it?
That's it, man. This game is over.
No chance for him to win. He doesn't have anything against the Hellions. The Banshee's taken out and he killed most of the SCVs already. Gumiho is going to lose this after only a few minutes as Finn is now in the main base taking down SCV after SCV. Only 10 left for the FXO player, 22 for Finn. And he's losing the rest of them as well. GG. Finn is tying the series here. Actually,
he pulls himself ahead, yeah.
Yeah, actually they are ahead now. Sorry, my bad.
Yep. Gumiho looking a little bit embarrassed about that. His Marines were out of position. He didn't have a bunker. If he had a bunker, it might have been a different story, but even so, the build there was much better for Finn. Really good positions for him, and with his gas first, he was just able to turn that game into his favor. It was basically a build order win, but it was well executed, and the Banshee defense was solid as well. He didn't even lose his Viking to the Marines that Gumiho had brought with him, knowing that the Viking would perhaps be there. So well played by both players, but Finn definitely getting the better of the exchange there, and Gumiho looking a little bit frustrated. Even watching the replay, you could see there with his towel that he's so known for.
This is not going to be easy for FXO at this point. They have 2 Zerg players that are very strong. They have them left. We don't have Entombed Valley anymore, so this is something that they can trust on. But still, it's not going to be easy for them. They are behind now. And, well, Choya has to choose now. He is probably going to choose one of his Zerg players in order to take on Finn. But this is definitely going to be a tough battle from now on.
Yeah, absolutely so. I mean, it's never a good idea to, or rather, it's never a good position to be in when you're down a game. And it's never a good idea to pull out one of your stronger players this early on, but they might have to do that for 4GG here. Now, Lucky was someone that they already considered using early, and so I think logic dictates that they'll probably pull him out here. I don't think they'll wait any longer, and if they choose someone else, I'll be really surprised. Like, I might have chosen Oz here, if Oz was here, but he's not here. So
Oz is not present. He is, as is the STC. They're currently at MLG, so definitely something to consider as well. And here comes our next player for FXOpen, and it is Lucky.
Yep, there he is.
The Zerg step into the booth, trying now in the ZVT to best Finn.
Top says, yeah, you got this, man. It's fine. It's no problem. Just chewing this bubblegum. This cool haircut. That's what Top says, man.
Yeah, look at Finn.
Yep.
Looking pretty focused here. It's like, okay, gonna be tough, but I can pull it off. Lucky was pretty confident earlier.
Yeah, he was. He's currently in Code A. He's shown really strong games against Terran, and in general, Lucky's play has been very safe and standard. It's like Lucky is the guy who, unlike, I mean, Leonok is good, and Leonok has a lot more results than Lucky, but when I see the 2 playstyles together and I compare them, I see in Lucky a lot more precision and careful play, where he's trying to make sure he doesn't have all his units on one hotkey. He sets up a lot more flanks, he doesn't overmake banelings.
But that's also a problem. I casted, well, we casted the tournament last week in the Fnatic tournament, which was actually awesome. A lot of very good players. And I casted some of the games with the Leonok, and well, we have a 5-minute break, but after that break, I'm going to tell you what Leonok mentioned about Lucky's play against Terran, so we'll be back after a few minutes. CN5 here at the GSTL.
Vegas.